Hey there! Welcome to this tutorial on Resourceinn's Payroll module. Today, we're going to explore the basics of the Payroll module, specifically focusing on pay components, which is a core part of managing employee salaries. Before we jump into the practical side, let's quickly understand what pay components are. In Resourceinn's Payroll module, pay components consist of three main elements. Formulas. These are used to define salary calculations. Rules. These are used to define eligibility on pay items using dynamic conditions. Pay items. These are what actually show up in pay slips and salary sheets. Each of these is important to create an accurate and automated payroll system. In this video, we will create three formulas, one for the basic salary, another for the medical allowance, and the third for the cost of living allowance. Then, we will apply a rule to the medical allowance and create pay items for them. Now, let's start by creating a formula. Formulas are the backbone of payroll calculations. They determine how specific components, like basic salary or provident fund, are calculated. Here's how you create one. From the dashboard, click on Payroll. Then navigate to Settings and select Pay Component. Next, click on Formulas and finally click on the Create Formula button. Fill out these fields. Name. Enter a name for the formula, like basic salary. Expression editor. This is where the logic goes. For example, if basic salary is 90% of the gross salary, search from left side panel, type gross salary, select it, then it'll appear in the middle panel. Go there and write %90 and hit save. Description. This is optional but helpful for organizational processes. Once that's done, hit Save. Now there are two types of formulas in Resourceinn's Payroll module. Predefined formulas like gross salary, which are built into the system. Custom-created formulas like the one we just made. Suppose you need to add a fixed medical allowance of $5,000. Here's how you can do it. Name it medical allowance. Enter the formula, go to Expression Editor and simply type 5,000 and click on Save. That's it. Your medical allowance is now ready to be applied. Now let's calculate the cost of living adjustment, COLA, which is 10% of the gross salary. Navigate to Create button, click on it, then simply name it, COLA. Now go to Expression Editor, here from side panel search for gross salary, and now go to the middle panel and type here %10. Then just hit Save to implement adjustment. And there you have it. COLA will now be calculated dynamically based on the gross salary. Simple, right? Now let's move on to rules. Rules are conditions that help apply specific logic to pay items. For instance, you might want the medical allowance to start after an employee has completed 3 months of experience. Here's how you set up a rule. Navigate and click on Create Rule. Fill in these fields. Name. Let's call it Medical Allowance Rule. Now let's go to Expression Editor and click on it, hover to the left panel and search for employment experience. Select it, and now on the right from Expression panel, add text greater than 3. Now hit Save and your rule is ready. This ensures only eligible employees have the medical allowance applied to their salaries. Finally, let's talk about pay items. These are what display the calculated values on pay slips and salary sheets. Think of them as the medium that connects your formulas and rules to employee payroll. Here's how to create a pay item. Go to Pay Items and click on Create Pay Item. Fill out the fields. Name, let's enter basic salary. Tax distribution, choose between. Divide in remaining months. This spreads taxes over the rest of the fiscal year. Current month. This applies taxes only to the current payroll cycle. Here we will select Divide in remaining months. Pay item type. Choose earning, deduction, or reimbursement. Since basic salary is an earning, we'll select that. Calculation type. Select Fixed to link this pay item to the basic salary formula we created earlier. Now, here's an important field that appears when you select Fixed. Employer contribution. Formula. A drop-down menu will appear, showing all the formulas you've created. Select the one that fits, in this case, the basic salary formula we created earlier. This ensures that the employer contribution for this pay item is calculated using the exact logic we defined in the formula. If you want the value to appear only for informational purposes without affecting totals, check the Display Only box. For example, gross salary might just be for reference, so you can mark it Display Only. Once you've filled everything out, click Save, and your pay item is ready. Next, let's create two additional pay items, medical allowance and COLA, cost of living allowance. Since these items are already calculated through predefined formulas, the process is straightforward. For medical allowance, follow these steps. In the Pay Items section, click Create Pay Item. Enter the name Medical Allowance. Set the tax distribution to Divide in Remaining Months. Select Earning as the pay item type. Choose Fixed as the calculation type. Under Employer Contribution, Formula, select the formula linked to Medical Allowance. Since medical allowance impacts the total payroll, leave the Display Only box unchecked, as we have already applied a rule to the medical allowance. Next, check the Eligibility Criteria checkbox. By doing this, the Expression Editor field will appear. Click on Expression Editor and enter the rule's name that we have created earlier, which is Medical Allowance, then simply click Save, and save again to complete this pay item. Next, for COLA, click Create Pay. Item again, enter the name COLA. Set the tax distribution to Divide in Remaining Months. Select Earning as the pay item type. Choose Fixed as the calculation type. Under Employer Contribution, Formula, select the formula linked to COLA. Like medical allowance, leave the Display Only box unchecked, as COLA directly affects the employee's earnings. Click Save to finalize this pay item. And there you have it, a complete overview of creating formulas, rules, and pay items in Resourceinn's Payroll module. In upcoming videos, we'll dive into advanced features of pay components like employee data pay items, linking detailed employee data to payroll, and options like benefit configurations and advanced payments. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so you stay notified. Stay connected. See you in the next video.